Comes Borgalis, and this football game is underway. This is going to be Young, 2 yards deep in the end zone. Marquise Young up over the 15, the 20, and he spun down at about the 20-yard line, possibly the 21-yard line. FIU, he also had 7 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Little mix up in the backfield. Ford is hammered, and he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got.
Former wide receiver Stanley Thomas Oliver, apparently who did not have the physical tag.
9.6. Alex McGough was at 65 last year. They keep it on the ground. Nice run that time, and this is going to be Shundarius Phillips. Boy, first down, moves the chains inside. Twin receivers to the left side. That's Alexander in the slot. They're going to keep it on the ground, and right up the middle again, it's Shundarius Phillips. Phillips inside the 15 all the way down to the 11-yard line. They see something in the middle, and it's working.
You got C.J. Warden last week, who had a really good night as well. One of his main targets last week was C.J. Warden.
And they're in for the touchdown. And why not? Number 22, Shundarius Phillips, gets his 3rd touchdown of 2018. He did all the work. Twins at the top of your screen, 3rd and 7 from the 13. Near side, this one's complete to the tight end up over the 25. Good for the first down. That's going to be Travis Reynolds.
Open holes on this defense.
Comis, plenty of time, fires, has his man over the middle, and that's going to be Isabella. Comis over the middle and in and out of the hands. And it's incomplete. 7. If I'm a running back, I'll take that any day. Boy, plenty of time this time, and wide open is Shundarius Phillips. Makes the diving stab. Oh. That was 6, but Brett, he did what he had to do, and he made sure he made the catch. He's 6 to go in the first quarter. Phillips stays on the field. Weaves his way through traffic. And check that, it's Maxwell again getting a call.
Well, creating a little bit of a distraction coming out on the backside.
Maxwell stops. Little jump cut inside the 5-yard line. He smelled that end zone but couldn't quite get there. 2nd down. They try to run it again, and this time successfully. So number 22 gets one, and now number 23, Napoleon Maxwell, gets his 1st touchdown of the season. At Syracuse, he actually led the Orange in rushing.
They ended up getting 607 yards that year.
Oh, there's the sack. Wow, big number 93 gets in there in a hurry. Tier Tart.
Saw a lot of film last year in the room, and he's obviously taking advantage of his opportunity tonight.
Empty backfield, right over the middle, the slant, and it's complete. Big time play, number 4 back on the field. That's Brennan Dingle. As he would love to be in the conference, though, you know that. They're playing as an independent. Here's Fredericks. No, it's play action. Comis flips it out to Isabella. Isabella inside the 30, runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
A little bit of the hit.
Play action looking, and there's going to be pass interference.
Oh, yeah.
Going to go against Isaiah Brown.
Right there on the 8-yard line. Coming in as well, making tackles.
Richard and Richard, twins. Here comes Comis, dives into the end zone for a score. Stepped up in the pocket, saw a lot of green, and took off. And the Minutemen are on the board.
We got a flag down here, Mike.
2 ball games. The Panthers at 28, so they're halfway to those 28 numbers. This is Price at the 5. Weaves his way through over the 30-yard line, spins, and gets up over the 35. The forward progress should spot that ball at about the 36-yard line. Starts at the 36. Look out. It's a 3-headed monster right now. Anthony Jones, if he's in the stadium or watching this broadcast, he's thinking, wow.
Yeah, he's in there for that program. Thank God Mom and Dad hopefully aren't paying for it, though.
Well, no, not with 105 tackles last year. He's on full ride, there's no doubt. Near sideline, a little pushing and shoving going on. Intended receiver was number 44, another freshman, Kadarius Gaskin. There's a 3rd and 6 at the 23. Comis out of the gun. Here comes a heavy rush. He steps up, and he's going to be smothered. We have yet to see Christian Alexander. This is Alexander in motion. Here's Devontae Price. Dives forward at the 35-yard line. It's going to be first down for FIU. Receptions last year in 2017. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Phillips finds an opening. Still on his feet. Spins inside the 25-yard line down to the 22. Panthers just outside the red zone. Inside the red zone now and more. Phillips and touchdown. Wow, he kind of danced into the end zone.
3 or 4 series ago, Mike.
Nice haul on the left side, and bursting through is going to be Jordan Fredericks. Fredericks again bounces to the outside over the 40, and he's inside Panther territory. Finally dragged down from behind. I noticed you didn't answer me the last time when Phillips hit that hole. Here he goes again on the ground. This time it's Young inside the 20-yard line. So 3 straight runs. He has been on fire. Big third down play here. Huge. Comas flush from the pocket, and he's crushed. 3 big bodies. 36-yarder. And he's got it. It was kind of a unique situation, but now he's playing it one of the guard positions. This is Maloney with his first catch over the 35 at the 37-yard line. And 2 catches. Maloney, one of them a 36-yard touchdown. Alexander on the sweep. Gets up close to the 50. Stopped at about the 48-yard line. So they move the chains again. Another first down. Ball resting at the 49, just outside of UMass territory. Not anymore. Maxwell tries to cut it back, and he gets inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line.
On the lap of the quarterback.
Right up the middle again. This time it's Phillips. Phillips slips. They had they had scored 24 straight times in the red zone. That streak was snapped against Indiana in that loss, and this one's going to go for 6. I was just about to say we have not heard from the freshman tight end. Comas feels the pocket collapsing, had to get rid of it. Tries to dump it off to Young, and the Panthers are ready to go again, and Morgan fires it. Has it at the 45 of UMass. Randall and Charles will anchor the BN Sports halftime report from Miami. Here's Alexander with his first catch. Weaves his way inside. He's going to find the end zone. Wow. Former quarterback Maurice Alexander, a big night returning kicks. Rich Grosky says he remembers Morgan at Ball State as a 9th and 10th grader attending the camps. This is Morgan with the run. Tries to put his head down to no avail. He stood up. Shot reception last week was his first since he caught one in the SEC championship game against Alabama. That was back in 15. Wide open in the middle. Inside the 5-yard line. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, that's offensive firepower.
There's Price. There's the end zone. All 3 running backs now with a touchdown.
And that'll also make FIU 4 for 4 when it comes to red zone. Unfortunately,
hamstring with all the kicks he's had tonight. Here's another one. This one's going to be taken at about the 3-yard line. Marquise Young hurdles his way up over the 20-yard line. Penalty flag dropped late after the play was dead,
which they exhibited last week pretty well.
Well, Michael Curtis is in at quarterback, and there's a really nice hole and a good burst. That time by Marquise Young. And right now with 28 seconds to go, Curtis gets the call. Here's Young. Hits the right side, and Young is off to the races. Young dropped at the midfield stripe. This one's going to be 96 if they find the end zone again. Phillips, he's over 100 now. He had 96 at the half, and he spins his way up over the 20-yard line to about the 22. Now for Morgan, empty backfield out of the gun. 3rd and 7. Heavy rush, puts it up, and Alexander is trying to fight off the defensive back, and he tried to make a one-handed stab.
Guys, figure out a way to lock him up one-on-one.
Ball's out, and it's going to be UMass football.
And I believe it was
just squirted up the second half for UMass. There's Isabella. Cuts it up. Isabella Tries to find that fifth gear. Isabella inside the 25-yard line. He's dropped at the 25. Carry when he carries it on the ground. Here's Young. Young bounces it, cuts it back, and Young is down to the 15-yard line.
That's the slogan right there.
Yeah, Thomas Ishman making his 26th consecutive start. Here goes Curtis now. Curtis down near the 5-yard line. He's finally dropped by Lubin. Trying to capitalize on the fumble recovery. Here he goes again. Curtis. Curtis is going to find the end zone for the touchdown. So Michael Curtis.
And with the comparison that came out this year with Urlacher. And him not getting a nod. Getting the Hall of Fame.
Morgan wants to air it out. Has his man deep. And this one's going to be picked off. So they fumble and now throw the INT. This team had 3 pick sixes last year. So now if Curtis can find the end zone again and try to make it a ball game. This is complete up to the 30-yard line. So I don't know if Mark Whipple thinks they can come back from a 42-10 deficit, but if they can get something going here, fine-tune their act. They have Charlotte out of Conference USA heading for Amherst.
Those JUCO transfers we talked about earlier.
So 5 sacks on the year now for Brent Guy's defense. Alexander at the 32. Alexander spins and is still on his feet. Alexander! Maurice Alexander's off to the races, and he's going to make it. Unbelievable run.
Mike, let me get this.
This guy is dangerous. Empty backfield out of the gun. Curtis saw something, or that was a run by design. He gets up over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. UMass only just 3 of 8 in the first half on third down conversions. This one fired, and it's complete. And it's Sadiq Palmer with his second catch.
Basically, where only the receiver can catch it.
Picks up 23. Here's a bad snap. Curtis is going to have to get rid of it. And he does, and he's picked. This is going to be a pick 6. It's going to be the rookie Jacques Louis. It all started with a bad snap. Eston Thiele gets a chance to kick off. Jesse Britt bounces off the would-be tackler, bounces off his own blockers, and gets all the way up to the 30-yard line. So that's a nice kick return.
Who's going to run that same lead play? They're running it again right now.
Wound up being a pretty good open field tackle by Richard Dames that time. There's Dames again coming up to make the stop. Curtis, far side, has his man, and out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Lead plays, going to the slot receiver.
Curtis, Jesse Britt.
Field.
Curtis again completes it inside the 10-yard line. Here's Isabella in for the score.
And you could see the explosive speed right there. The minute that he catches the football.
And must have played havoc with his mental part of the game, because he had dipped down to 45%. And hail from Florida. So it's kind of a homecoming for a lot of these players. This one's complete, and there's your guy again, Cole McCobre.
But kudos to him, man. Stay in there as long as you can. If they're going to give you an 8th, get an 8th.
Wow, what a grab. Beautiful catch. They're trying to set up the screen. The defensive rush came in. I'm not sure if he's been on the field. Boy, these running backs are running hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Third down play. 5 sacks. Led the team in 2017. Another run, right side. Another second effort. Good power run by the Panthers. So far, Butch Davis saying yesterday in the meeting, they put a lot on their quarterback. As much on this young man. Well, look at that spin. Maxwell with the spin this time, and Maxwell with his second rushing touchdown.
If you want to win.
33. So Powell only a sophomore. This one's complete up near the midfield stripe. So he fumbled it. He felt 2 big Panthers converging. quickly. Here's a little shovel pass to Young. Young has some running room, and Young is inside the 40, 30. And Marquise Young is all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Talk about him and how good he's been. And I know he was out for Georgia Southern, but
there's another pick. Big time play, Jamal Gates. Limited time, 8 completions, 12 attempts. Here's Alexander now off to the races. The quarterback inside UMass territory. And Skrosky's impressed the way Morgan has fit in with his new teammates, but I'm told that these teammates really like this young man Alexander.
Talked about going with 2 halfbacks at a lot of points in a game.
Nowhere to go this time.
The chippy part of the game that I'm talking about, that coaches are worried about, guys staying healthy.
Maxwell Jr. Boy, he moves the pile. BN Sports is here to broadcast the Panthers. Nice tackle from behind. Ogbonna. Tell you the truth, I knew there'd be some offensive firepower in this game, but didn't expect to see this. 5 on the play clock. Snap at 4. Phillips, if he gets in, that's going to be his 3rd touchdown. He's pushed back. Seconds to go. They're in victory formation right now. That's going to do it.
Coach, for calling to take a knee play right now on offense, or are you going to make him attempt to have a running play like this? Would you be upset?
I wouldn't be upset.
As a UMass fan?
I wouldn't be upset.
Losing 63-24, jeopardizing a possible health situation on one of my players.
Yeah, I have no problem them running the play, but I wouldn't have had a problem if they took the knee either. 8 wins last year for Butch Davis. That's number 2 here in 2018.